So the first defense is don't let him get there. That's like primary. There's a bit of everything. We're going to strike in. Don't want to let him ever get here. He's going to get there. Swim it back inside. Well, like I told that, like, think of it as a sword fight. You're a sword fighter. Think of this as a sword fight. This is a strike. Yep. You don't want to let him get in there on the inside. You see, I'm not going to have inside. When he comes there, the shield there, that's fine. Yeah, the shield just pulls it down, manipulate it. Now you have inside. Well, the first goal is hand fight. Just go hand fighting. You know what I'm saying? I want inside power control. I always push him up off. So, now, let's say he does the same thing. Okay, the first thing is, if my head is, for some reason he starts to break my head down, right? Just shove it in here. Shove it in here. Oh, back up. So you gotta break my head down, right? Your head.
You never want to be here.
So the next defense, buy myself a few seconds. I can drive my body zone, and I can get my neck straight up and parallel. Now I can stand up. Now the next defense is I can get a fist into his face or a palm into his face, and I'm blocking here. See? At least with it, I've got to make it some something. I block this here. Now I'm going to drive his neck. I'm going to create that space. That space will create. Not many people can hold that. And it sucks, you'll feel it. So, create that space. If you pull your neck down, I want you to either brace it off him, and then shove your chest. See how I change my angle on my chest? So I'm no longer here. My chest is here. Even though my neck's broken down, right? Back up. See the angle difference? My neck, see, I put my neck down. I'm going to get pulled forward. Put my neck down. I want to step in. Shove your chest down. Now, your neck's still,
way forward.
your neck's still in a bad position, but you're not getting pulled over for it anymore. Now you can shrink the distance, and whichever side you have to lock on, come in the inside, push on his helmet, and drive him back. That'll open your space up, and you'll basically have to let go. That's the initial defense. So again, don't let him get there. If he strikes, he tries to grab my helmet. Lock it in. So I make a box. I'm making a box right here. This is my box. He goes and comes on me, he slices in. Just come in, boom. That'll look like my box. Now guess what I have? I have inside ties now. I can control his head. I can do the same thing back to him. But again, let's say he does gets away with it. So I want to push up on this arm. That's another defense. I can push up on this arm. And again, if I can get inside, and drive this helmet back. All right, let's practice that.
How do you do that though with
You can. You can. I fight with these all the time. And honestly, it's kind of like the best.
I have a full arm.
Right. Or you can have that. That fight with these all the time.
The difference comes in, I block till I choke up on it.
Right.
Now I have an ability to at least crank this, push up here, and I call this is easy.
Yeah, with your open hand.
Now I just palm it off, and this is really fun.
You see that? It's like with a palm on these rubbers.
Now, certain other finishes to this.
Oh yeah, cool.
If I can get this,
You can get this.
I can get this,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. Like, it's a big guy, you just call a bulldog. Lock in, he basically has to let go of his weapon. You drive him. The ultimate, if you can, is drive him, break his hip over, come over and get it. And then you finish him off like you practice. But
I actually prefer that.
But I guess the one whip that you have, you only have one hand on this.
You're not going to drop that.
It's okay.
And carry that on your
you better get used to holding your whole arm in one hand.
Yeah, that's like a number one rule is know how to slide it through your hands. You gotta be able to move it around as much as Yeah, so get that practice down. All right, so if you guys noticed from yesterday, inside control, our hand drills, our head control drills, everything that we're doing here just from our basic unarmored practice we can transfer over into the like same, very similar style that we are and we always do in our unarmored practice. Now you can transfer over very well to our armored practice. So the same thing, now you're trying to defend. Let your person in, try to get out of it, as well as not let them initiate. So kind of figure out that balance between let them in, try to defend against getting out of that head control when it is locked in on you. So that head push or that arm push, you're doing that. One of my favorite ways is if somebody randomly does get it, I just drop and step back. That's a really quick and easy one, but you got some good footwork for that one, good footwork and good timing.
And if you're watching, he did not do this. He dropped the legs here and back.
Yeah. And you can get like a little push to move their arm. But that one only happens at the instant they grab. If you miss that timing of that, you're going to be locked in. So you've got to do that the instant they hook in. So that's just another one you can look at. But make sure, guys, you are locking them in, work on getting out of it, and also try to stop the initiation. So find that balance where you're working both of those. Again, this is light half speed. We're just working slow speed right now. We're not doing anything. After this, we're going to do these for a few rounds, switch people, then we're going to go a little harder, same thing. So then we're going to go actually, both of you are going to be running this. So find a partner, start working. You are physically dominant of your person, be nice. You know, understand the differences. So understand your skill level with your opponent. Make sure if you are superior to them, let them have some. Just for training purposes. So actively try to get that head control and control the person down into a position where you can put them down. Try not to put people down, but you can put people down, find people going down. But make sure, look for positions of control. That's the number one thing I would like to see. A position of control with their head going down, you should be able to put them down from that point. So let's do that in a full-on manner. But again, don't be douche about it.
And we don't need to go all the way.
Yeah, each other. Active head control between the two of you. So you will be active working on defending it and being open with it at the same time.
I do my warm-up, my guys in the warm-up, Hey guys, let's say you have an understanding of time and effort expended. That was roughly 25 minutes of light to medium guard. Just so you know the time. There you go. I'm not saying anything.
Really good to know. You should always shout that out. You know, get it. A lot of my guys were, the boy takes it like 5 at BOP for 4 days. You have no idea. Yeah, or they didn't do this. I went to a tournament class a day, like 4 days or 3 days of intense fighting. There's a guy who's going to fight with us like, look, Chris Szymanski. I like, but he just goes, he goes into this fervor like a berserker, and he just blows himself up. That's not going to last. But yeah,
What's nice about it, everything they're doing is energy conservative, they're playing
Like close. We have one team where we close fire. One thing we don't even do two. One extended, but even one fight. Good team
Bring it in, guys. Come on, bring it in.
Okay.
It's just what we reference and what we call, it's one piece of it is that same similar head control, but using the rail to help you out. But you can also do an underhook. You see it a lot, the Russians do it a lot. But basically, if one of you has control of the rail,
Every European team does it.
yeah, and
He's bread and butter.
it is basically, it's just a huge advantage. Your goal is to maintain contact and control of the rail, not allowing your opponent to have contact or control of that rail. So you are trying to stay between your opponent and the rail to prevent them from having that defensive edge. Because once they get to the rail and it's one-on-one on a rail, guys, you know, you're not really, you're kind of in you're just stuck there. It's really hard to put somebody down. Like that?
Some will drop with exhaustion.
Yeah, and it really becomes just a test of will once you have two people on a rail, because it's just whoever gets tired first.
Okay. All right, so the first thing is I have control of the rail from my back to it. You hear it, he's far away from it. So if you just take one step closer to me. Just the same way we got head control, same kind of techniques to get there. But I only need one. So in this case, I pull his pole arm down, I shoot this in, so I'm going for a headlock. Now, see how my body's in between him and the rail? I want to keep it that way. I want to exaggerate it even. I want to use this to hold me up. I don't want to let him get here. I'm going to step my hip in front of him. Now, see, how can he get to the rail? He has to travel this huge distance. I'm not going to let him do that until I chuck it back on the ground. Like he's already done and screwed up. So, bam, I pop it here. Now this would be a huge throw, you don't even see it get this big. So, more realistic, I cramp his head down, I keep this so he doesn't, I keep his foot out, keep this grab, and I crank him down. My bread and butter, that's that, and this other throw I'm going to show you, like 95% of the way they'll throw you to the rail. Are you pulling on the rail?
Yes! Oh yeah!
I don't have to hold on, I don't have to use it to throw, I just use it to so I don't fall down.
The advantage the rail gives you in this scenario, guys, is you don't fall down to, it's not a double fall over, you know? That rail gives you that advantage
For
to
instance,
stay up.
if I don't have the rail, I do this. I come to here, I go to here, he goes down, boom.
And we see that all the time too. So that rail is what separates those two moves.
I do have a question though. If he wraps around you and tries to take you down with him, and you get him down, can you use that rail to lift back up?
Yeah. So generally what you see in that scenario is if you put that guy down, he's down. He might be pulling on you, but you're like here. You're stable. You're solid. Like he might be yanking on you, but
Okay. Because when you don't have that rail, you're like that, and you're like.
and sometimes that happens, but you will generally fall out.
Usually you'll end up with release. So there's lots of scenarios, like I could try this. Generally the best case on here is stable, and live it on, but if I were to throw hard enough to get him to go, we both go.
Yeah.
So at best it's kind of a neutral position. I'm trying not to let him pull me down, which I'm playing my buddy to sit up, hopefully. So it's kind of a real dangerous situation with no rail. Now, if I have my buddy here, I can grab onto him, and it works again. And this happens. You just grab him, and hit him,
You guys, I will point out that is a rare scenario. Your buddy is just standing there to help you out. The rail is always there. Your buddy is.
Yeah, if you get it that, you're that close to the rail, and you find that you can't get him down, and you try to get to the rail.
You try it, but it's unlikely if the guy is knowledgeable. Unless you get there.
And if this guy's a smart fighter, he is going to try to get to the rail. Anytime, like I never want to be standing around anywhere in the open field. I always want my back to a rail. I want to have the most visual of the field I can handle.
Okay, so very similar throw, but all the basics apply the same thing. It's an underhook throw. So say he comes high on me, reach over to like headlock. He goes, here's the headlock me? That's fine, I got this rail again. I come high, I step in front. And I do the same thing, brace, and this is down. It's the same fundamental. And it happens when he tries to headlock you. I mean, underhook high, grab the rail, step in front. And it doesn't have to be a huge throw. You can, however comfortable you feel, you can pop a throw, Or if you just feel stronger and you don't want to have a lot of dynamic to it, and you
Sometimes you just get really slow, people come over, and they go down because they can't stay up.
And it's so a key to this is hip in front. He'll try to get over here. So he got over there. I don't want him to do that. So I want to keep this in front. And anytime he tries, generally get a big step. Because this is going to take from any pull over. Same with the headlock. Now, you want me to go over the defense or you want to try to?
We'll go over this first and we'll talk about that. So, same scenarios before, guys. We're going to do partners. One person defending, but especially in this scenario, the defender is really just kind of standing there. Don't do an active defense, just be a body, essentially. So one person just goes through that motions. Practice both of them, guys. Practice the underhook, practice the headlock versions of both. Basically, if somebody comes up on you and they don't come to the rail, you're gonna either hook them under the head or you're gonna hook them under their body. So either one is gonna be the effective move there. Your number one goal, though, not let them to the rail. As the defender, as the body, don't necessarily try to get to the rail, but just let them know if you feel like you could have gotten to the rail easily. So that's something to think about. Any questions?
Just like you always talk, right? Same principle. You just need better
Judo, that's a really good move, but in judo, that's to show
Really doing the same thing with the shoulders. You're dragging the head, you're dragging the shoulder, drag the shoulders off the hip. To the point where you can kind of shake them and shimmy and drag them along the body down. So if your shoulders are off the hip, eventually you can't stand up. Especially if you're come down and get them in that same position and just kind of apply pressure or a little version of it if you can. Or some of your friends shows up wiping off the time of your diapers are.
if I just right now. So what's the big deal with this? It's a stone that we know where to get the mat. So that's a big deal. I look at the way smart fighter, I never liked it.
So, somebody first side to go with the
It would be okay. So it's harder technique, but it will work. It does. This is more of a trick it doesn't have to be. It can just be a leg trick. So it's a lot of potential in that area.
You're breaking that slate.
I dropped
So mine, if I
if you are strong enough to get your up and over here.
But ideally, you're going
Does that feel all right?
to
So, try to go one side or the other.
that's the one that I did before that. It's like
And then there's a VFC. Depending on what you have in that
So, we just go in on this part. That's supposed to be a grab over like that. Why it look like I'm trying to take it off? So I know she's got some
Is it better to hold your farther out so that you're
All of it counts. Basically, any contact here. So, the closer you are, the closer they are.
Exactly.
So that is those are things to be. I like to be like they're far enough away. Right here. If I have this, and I'm over it, I can never go down.
Now, if they break this plane out, if they get their head out of that, aren't they out?
That I don't.
I mean, if you don't throw them that far,
That would be.
like, well, that would be over close to that.
their elbow, there's this.
You guys have such a rare scenario. If you're doing it the right way.
Yeah, but if you're the one being thrown, don't use that space.
Grab it, hook it, find your space, change your space. Alright, you guys have it already switched up. Switch it up. Good partner.
Part of
Yeah. Am I trying to make it go down before the rail or? Yeah. Switch it up! Switch it up!
Good job bringing her down, Hannah. Step in front of her. You gotta step in front of her. Get your head in her crotch. But she's gonna block you with that shield. That is one thing with her shield there. Yeah, it's hard to get. That's one of the things that you've got. Is you can't break that shield against her.
All right, guys, bring it in, bring it in.
Yeah. But one thing too is you're gonna have to tie this up too. So you might usually put that in that too.
Now we're going to talk about how to defend against this. Number one basic way to defend against this. So that's like basic way. With our other techniques to get to the rail that are going to help you out, especially if that is locked in or you are not at the rail. My recommendation is never get in that position. Don't be open field while your opponent is on the rail. So that's number one thing. But if you do find yourself in this scenario,
For whatever reason, when it comes to attacking you. So the first step, again, is don't get this. So what we do, again, it comes to your leg. Just like we fought the neck control, head control, the same defense. You come to grab me, then you don't. What is blocking? See, so this is another thing. I see a lot of you free grabbing the rail. You're going to open yourself up and just get smashed. Because you can't move side to side and you're locked in a position, your arms on a rail. So good guys can come in, grab the rail. They're going to try to grab me, try to grab me. Bang! Bang! So just be mobile. You can grab the rail right after you throw the move, but onto the defense. So don't block. Alright, say you don't block it. You get to here. Don't step in front of you. You get to this hard. You throw this up. Here before you get this. Look at my posture too. I never let him get him down. Like I can actually chest up into it. Because I'm near a rail, right? So if I'm in the open field, I chest up into somebody, good chance we both go over and try something. Here, it's fine. Just stuff your chest into it. Just drive him into the rail. One of them is that he grabs you, fuck you. He drives him into the rail. If you're bigger than him, you crush him back into the rail. So let's say he has a little control, he gets you. Then he takes a step. I just find the motion here, right? I didn't get these different. I grab the rail. Now I can push in. Now, like that. Push into him at this point. Don't try to get away from him. Push into him. Because again, you have the rail holding you up. So I'm going to drive into him. Now instead of him cranking my head down and making my life uncomfortable, take your helmet and just drive into that. So what'd that do? I went from here to straight up and down again, and ideally him in that position. Now his headlock is worse for him. Like he doesn't even want this anymore. He came in, and I start pushing his helmet. So the counter can be counterintuitive to some people. Is once you get there, drive into him, make him pay for that.
It's the same to the other one too, right?
yeah, they're pretty much the same. Yeah, the defense is about the same for both of those.
So
it's basically that footwork of stepping across, making sure you're not letting them hook your legs. It's stepping across that leg that is trying to trip you and drive that hip up with you.
just things to chew on. Other points. Again, you go to headlock. What is here when you get a throw on the other side when they go to headlock? Well, the underhook too. So I can underhook, and now it's kind of becomes even. Now, why would I want to do that?
Throw on your back so you can.
Right, I can do that when I know my buddy's there with an axe. Because he can't get out of this now. He's kind of screwed. If my buddy shows up, then he's nothing you can do. But that's a situational awareness thing that you'll develop as you fight more and you get more comfortable.
So if you're in that position and you've got him on the rail, and you know your buddy is just about to show So how do you guys are tangled on the rail. How do you let go enough and so that your buddy can drop it down?
I don't like
No, your buddy turns right.
Well, when I'm here, when I'm right in the fucking back, right in the fucking back of my arm, right in the middle of my head, beat my helmet, it's like,
But anyway, so, don't want to do it when you're in a job situation, you're opening yourself up. The only bonus to it is I get to decide when I can swivel at all. So I have more of a chance of running out of here. And if someone hits me, it's a lot easier for me to go here and be defensive than it is for him. He has to do a lot more work. Anyway,
What's that?
I was gonna say, and if his buddy's coming up, you can put him in front of you.
yeah.
And that's a really good tactic.
So that is the other part of it. If you headlock me, then I grab this, I try to beat the hip, can't do that. Okay, I grip it up, I've got a good headlock now, he's not grabbing my head down. I can just do this. And that, again, like you pointed out, is when their buddy shows up. Now he doesn't have much head at all. There's a whole body in between them. He's like, yeah, maybe let's try your hand. Generally. Okay. So, initially block it. Second step, when he starts to throw it, good posture. Third one, circle towards the rail so he doesn't get his hip in front of you. Fourth point, drive into him to get your posture back. If you have bad posture. Come into him, drive it back. Get your posture back. Questions?
Yes. And this happened when Austin was in against the Russians. When you have them back like this, then you've got to just push back. How the hell do I get out of that as this person? Or do I just sit there and wait?
You really, if they are stronger than you or bigger than you, you really can't.
It's like when you're like, first don't get there.
Right.
Don't let him get there.
And in that scenario you're talking about with Austin wanted to be there. That was,
Well, he's back to the corner.
yeah.
But I was like, oh shit, I don't know if he's
So
allowed.
one is, drop your hips, pre-drop your hips, and they know that you're going high. Like, Austin starts to do this like body press against the rail, chin sometimes, then these initial, get your back.
Jamie, you drop 2 inches, he's not gonna be able to put you over.
Okay, but even if you're light, you can still slide down. Okay.
It's an athletic competition.
Right, but and I talk, you would have. So that's where I'm like,
Okay, let's do, I'll show the underhook. Really simple. You go to underhook, and you need underhook half on the headlock. So yeah, first thing, slide hard to this rail. Right? So here we go. I grab that again first. Now, if he's not savvy, hey guys, listen up. Hey,
Listen up!
if he's not savvy, I always want, and this is just principle, I want to break his neck posture. And I can break his neck posture not just by pulling straight down, I can see this tip, or even just a crest. If I can get an arm in there and I can twist it sideways, and I can rip it down, or just the twist alone, I get over here, and I feel like he cranks his head a little bit to an angle. So he feels like he's in good posture, then I crank to an angle, now I just open up. It's something I normally wouldn't get. So he's a straight up and down hit. Pull it to one side or the other, and then you crank on it. It gives you much better results for head control. So I go for this, he turns the throw, and then I want to just rip this guy's head down, right? I want to end it here. If he tries to pressure up into me, I won't let him. That's his defense, right? He can try to push into me, but I've broken his neck posture so badly, he's stuck now. So you just hold him here. Oh, sorry.
And Austin's joking.
So when you break that neck posture, you have to worry about who's behind if your back's open. The transition is here.
And just something to add into that, guys, obviously your body type plays a role in all of these movements, so be aware of that. There's some of these moves you're going to be able to pull off with your body type or against other body types. other ones you're not. So just kind of be aware of that. But it's always good to know how to defend against these scenarios. Tall people generally have an advantage out here.
Short people have a good advantage too.
Oh, yeah.
If you break that point of sight, you can't see it.
We're also really
The
cheap.
short person, if you're a short person, you have to get good at boxing. This is boxing out. It's just a principle. You know, I can control this inside. No matter how big he is, he has to come over the top of me, and I just push and I control inside ties. And you have to get good at that as a smaller opponent.
It just changes your strategy. Just be aware of that. Don't be too native. You can't do some of these just because you're going against a 6-foot person and you're a 5-foot person.
Anybody have any questions on the underhook? Same principle to get in front. Don't put yourself in a position that he can underhook you like that. If I know I go for this headlock, just free slide. There's no reason not to. I'm not gaining anything from being out here to try to throw him, right? So if I find it necessary to try to break his head down, just free slide. That way it doesn't even happen.
So practice the defense, guys. Same thing. Half speed, slow speed. Don't get too crazy with these. And then you're going to rank these up. We're going to have an attacker and a defender. Your goal as the attacker, and we'll talk about this, is going to be you're going to try to put them down, and you're going to try not to let them on the rail. Obviously, it's going to be a little harder if that's your main goal, but that'll be our goal, is for you to be able to put somebody down without them being used for rail. So let's do it. Practice that defense, guys. Practice that defense.
I've never been in that position, but I
Okay.